Okie dokie then. I thought I'd do a quick video just to talk about my current project that I'm doing. Just one at home. I've got an 8-month-old daughter, so I'm still on maternity leave. This one is my current finished piece. I've left it at that because I'm really pleased with it, but I think there's something I want to learn more about with skin tones and textures and using different techniques. So what I've done is I found a lot of videos on YouTube where artists have used charcoal around dark areas, and they've kept to the graphite for the lighter skin tones and actually using lighter pencils. I've got a really bad habit of using one shade of pencil and just doing the whole portrait in that one shade of pencil. So I tend to use like a 6B, so it's really dark, and you can probably tell from my work, you know, it's quite dramatic. And I'm pleased with it, but I think I need to sort of experiment more with a range of shades, from lighter shades on the H side, from the 3H, 4H, and work my way up to some areas being really dark. The problem I have is because I have an interest in really dark, dramatic lighting and shadow, is when I do my 6B dark areas, which, you know, pretty much nearly all around the portrait, it's very shiny in the light. You can see it goes into like a negative. Now that really annoys me. You know, it looks more silver than anything. So I've seen artists using charcoal pencils to actually bring out those dark areas, but without having the shine as well. So that's something I'm considering, and I'm waiting actually for my charcoal pencils to arrive because I want to try this. So I want as much realism as possible. Also, I found I've actually used on this using white paint with a fine paintbrush just to bring out the highlights in the eyes. So that's that portrait anyway. So that's basically what I'm like looking into now, like trying to really bring out skin tones and bring out a contrast better, but using a different medium for that. Anyway, sorry about my daughter. She's making a lot of noise. This one is my next portrait. Now this is A3 paper, and the problem I have is I've always worked on a very large scale, and working a face on such a small scale I find very tricky, especially getting any kind of tones going on. So what I've done with this is I never work technically normally, so you know, I don't normally do anything like this. I normally freehand. That's how I work. Like that one was a freehand drawing. This one isn't. It's very technical, and I've measured it out to get the proportions right and everything. But I'm finding it very difficult. I don't know if anyone can give me some tips on like how to perhaps get really very fine shading on such a small paint, you know, on such a small face. I mean, you can see like my fingers, that's the length of the face. It's small. So like I'm really struggling with that. But you know, I'm actually, you can see the difference between the strength of the marks I'm using on this page compared to my other drawing. It's, at the moment, it's nowhere near finished. It's only just started it, but I've used some 6B areas, but I'm not pressing as hard as I would on this because I don't want the shine. But like you can see the difference in the dramatic effect of it. So like you can see how I'm trying to alter my technique a little bit. There's obviously going to be much more darker areas going on here, but I'm actually going to wait now until I get my charcoal pencils to do further drawing on this. I really need to blend the skin tones more and probably add a few more different darker tones to the face as well, and bring out more darker areas around here. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to take my time with it now because I don't want to like rush it as I would with this. This would take me a few hours to do because I work so fast, and this one is going to take me much longer because I want to build it up to make it look as realistic as possible. So I will do another video to show how my progress, how well I'm progressing with it. So let's see how what happens.